it's Saturday morning, and if you're looking for a tasty breakfast option, then we have a treat for you.
Or Sunday, and the food medic, also known as Dr. It feels like a Saturday, as Dr. Hazel Wallace has joined us this morning. Hi again, Hazel.
Hi, thanks for having me.
We both accosted you this morning when we came in because we do love our food and we like to try new recipes. That'd be fair to say.
Absolutely.
And what I suppose what got us about your book is that they're so indulgent looking, but they are healthy.
Well, that's kind of what I'm going for. I want my recipes to be really healthy, but also really tasty, because there's nothing more off-putting than, you know, people wanting to get into like a healthier diet, but they think, you know, it's all just really boring salads. So I don't want. There's none of that in the book. Lots of tasty stuff. So this morning, I'm going to show you how to make a goat's cheese and minted green frittata, which is really quick to make and really yummy for like a Sunday brunch, something like that.
Okay, great. Let's get started.
So the ingredients, I'll just run through them quickly. I've got 8 eggs. I've got a courgette, which I've just grated, some peas, some mint, and some milk and goat's cheese. But obviously you can sub that out, or you can swap it in for feta, mozzarella, whatever cheese you want to use. And it's a great way to kind of sneak greens in if you're feeding kids as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I suppose as well, the thing is about all of these ingredients, very easy to obtain.
That's the thing. You don't have to.
Hard to find.
You don't have
too
to.
fancy schmancy.
No, no, and you don't have to kind of trek to some kind of health food store to get it. You can get these in Tesco, Dunnes stores, wherever.
You're using a lot of eggs for frittata.
Well, 8 eggs, but it's quite a big thing. So, I mean, like, it's a big dish. It would serve 4 people.
Okay, so this is a family recipe.
A family recipe, or it keeps in the fridge. So, you know, if you wanted to have it for your breakfast, keep it in the fridge and have it in the next day for your breakfast, or for your tea when you get home at night, maybe some wedges. It's quite a summery dish.
It's the kind of thing you could have at any time of the day or night, really, isn't it?
Sometimes you're craving something light, a light snack, but you'll go for the toast or something, which is just
something that seems much easier.
Yeah, and it makes the house smell amazing because of the cheese and the mint and everything. So, and you don't have to be a pro chef. I mean, I'm not a pro chef, but anyone can whip this up in 5 minutes after work.
So where did your interest in food start from?
Well, I think growing up, like I grew up in Dundalk, so my mum was always cooking at home, and I'm used to just being around food. I'm just going to add the milk into this and whisk it up. But I kind of lost my love for cooking when I went to university, like everyone else does. You just start buying takeaways and going out with friends. And I ended up getting to a point where I put on a bit of weight. My skin was awful. I couldn't run for the bus without panting. And I was just about to start medicine and thought to myself, I really do not want to be a doctor who does not look healthy or feel healthy. So I started looking into nutrition and started going to the gym and never really looked back. I think, like many girls, I tried all the fad diets.
Yeah, they don't work.
No, they don't work.
Can we help you?
Or it's short-lived, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm just going to pop this on. Do you want to mix that into there?
Sure.
So if you add the courgette and the peas and the mint,
all of them,
and stir it up. Yeah, all
lovely.
of them. It looks like quite a bit.
So you have a hot pan going on over there.
I've got a hot pan. I'm just going to add some coconut oil. Just get past you.
Okay.
But again, you can use olive oil either.
Do you want me to put the mint in as well, Hazel?
Yeah, chuck that in there.
So it all just goes into one bowl?
All goes into one bowl.
Great.
There's no faffing about.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Just a teaspoon of olive oil to coat the pan.
Okay. This is a really easy dish.
I know.
It actually is, isn't it?
Just a bit of imagination.
Do you want to add a little bit of salt and pepper there?
Sure. Work away, Anna.
I think pepper works really well in this.
And do you find now that there are so many food bloggers, I suppose, influencers, nutritionists, people who are interested in nutrition, and I suppose that in itself is a positive thing because we're becoming more self-aware.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's a bit of gravitas, I suppose, to your book and to what you're selling, in a sense, because you do have the medical knowledge to go with it.
Yeah, so I mean, there's so many books on the market now, lots of healthy recipe books and fitness books, but there's no one really qualified to give people advice, or if they are, they're not really breaking it down into basics. So at the start of the book, I kind of just go through the basics of nutrition. What's protein, what's carbs, what are fats, where can I get them, how much should I be having? Because I think we all know, like, you know, we all know avocado's healthy, but why? Like, what's a healthy fat? And I just wanted to kind of go through all of that.
Sure, and how much of it as well.
That's it.
I like the fact, Hazel, that the book is broken down between recipes and fitness.
Yeah.
So there's exercises, there's things that you could do at home, You don't necessarily have to, you know, be a member of an exclusive gym.
Yeah. So I'm also a personal trainer, and I wanted to put that in there, but I know that we're all too busy to, well, not everyone, but most of us are too busy to get to the gym all the time. So it's nice to have workouts you can do at home. You don't need any equipment. Sure. And I've put in kind of like different exercises. So if you can't do one exercise for some reason, you've got, you know, bad knees or a bad back, you can try something else. And for 20 minutes every morning, and you can, you know, get there. So I'm just going to cook this on the pan, and I'm going to top it with some ghost cheese.
Okay.
I don't know about you girls, but I love ghost cheese.
Oh, yeah.
I love it too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have necessarily had it down for healthy or as part of one of your dishes.
No, so, and why is that?
Because I would have thought it was quite high in fat.
So there is fat in cheese, but fat is actually quite good for you. And I'm a big believer in everything in moderation. I think we went through a phase, really, where we thought fat was, you know, really unhealthy for us, especially saturated fat. But there's actually not a lot of research to say so. And a little bit of saturated fat is actually quite good for us.
Yeah. Plus, you're not making that the main ingredient of the dish, you're just topping it.
And fat is really important for really healthy hair, skin and nails, for brain functioning, for absorbing certain nutrients. So it's important not to have too low-fat diet as well.
So that's probably way in the pan, but you did make one for us earlier on, so we'll dish up.
I did. So this is...
How long should we leave that on the pan for?
So this is going to cook for about 5 minutes just to kind of seal the bottom, and then you pop it under a hot grill for 10 minutes.
To finish it off.
To just finish it off. So here's one I prepared earlier.
Oh, it looks delicious.
And that's what it'll look like. You can add a little bit of extra mint if you want, but shall we cut a slice?
And it smells great.
We'll dig in. And you were saying about fat, and I absolutely would have thought the same thing, Anna. But breaking it down, it's just one slice.
Exactly.
And it probably adds
It's all about
flavour.
the portion control,
So
isn't it?
you've got loads of protein in your eggs there, you've got protein in the cheese, you've got healthy fats and loads of greens, which is really good. Now let's see if I can get this out without flicking it across the table.
You'll be
What
back
would you
for
serve
more
it
as
with,
well.
Hazel?
I would just have that with a salad, or if I was having it for dinner, maybe with some sweet potato wedges or something.
Delicious. Thank
So
you
give
so
it a
much. You're going to
go.
stay with us, Hazel, this morning.
I
Thank you so
am.
much for cooking us such a healthy breakfast.